past life healing or regression therapy. In this video, I'm going to cover in the simple words what is actually the past life regression therapy, how does it work, and how can it benefit us in our day-to-day life. So if you've already been doing some healing practices or therapy session and like self-discovery, it doesn't matter how you call it, and you came to the point that you probably heard from somewhere that, okay, the past life, how can I enter my past life experience and how does it actually work? So in short, that in a way why they call it regression therapy is a moment of regress, how we can enter our like subconscious to go somewhere in the back in our memory. If we're gonna imagine there is two types of a memory, which is like a short type of memory and like long type of memory, meaning that something in a short that, for example, we can remember from what we were doing like last month or last year or going back to our childhood, right? So it still can be like a short journey through our memory, whereas like long time memory is meaning that we can access that type of memory that we have in different lifetimes, not only in this like physical body like presented now, and whenever all the experience that we've been collected, because we all know the soul is like it's internal, right? And we have like many reincarnations before, right? If you believe in it, but if you wouldn't believe, you wouldn't listen to this video. So and there's a past experience that can affect our life, our like personality here. For quick example, for example, I had a girl who did a session, and she has a huge fear of water. It's more like was the phobia. She has a difficulty, like to swim in water. She couldn't swim, and even like taking a shower, she might have some panic attack. Meaning that, and there was no like background. She couldn't explain like what this fear came from. And most likely, these phobias, when we have like a fear of fire, fear of water, fear of like animals or insects, is related to some of the experience we lived in the past lives. But for example, we got died because of the fire, or because of the water, or because of like the snake bite us, right? And that's like this the strong feeling. It's more like a phobia and very high fear that can follow us in this lifetime. So if anyone have actually the phobia or fear or something, most likely you can do the regression session and you're gonna release this fear, and you're gonna have like completely different way of living in terms of like not having this phobia. So, and if we're talking more about some other experiences, for example, as a souls, right? So we can have somewhere a little bit like a traumatic experience, and that related to our past lives, and it can affect, for example, our confidence and our relationship, our relationship with power and with money. So one of the way that we can look at it is to journey to our past life experience and to see what was the lesson for this particular situation. So what as a soul I've been learning through this experience, like to stay the experience and to bring the realization to this like current lifetime that we're living it right now, right? So and usually like the techniques that can be used to access that type of memory is from the form of guided meditation or like hypnosis, where the point is first to relax our body and then to access this deeper level of subconscious, right, through very like relaxation relax mode. And so like when sometimes you can find the practitioner or the guide, or you can reach out to me so I can just guide you. We can just guide towards the some of their experience that we had lived in before. But the point is not just to go there out of the curiosity, you know, like who I was like being in a past life, but actually to see and have some of the issue that we have right now, and to see correlation or how can be relatable to some like past life experience, right? So, and usually the realization that we have after this experience, it's so powerful and so strong, and they just like change some of their situations that we have in this life, like this, because like deeply inside we still have some of the probably the wounds or situation that wasn't released, and when we go actually with the intention of healing it, not just the like look or watch out the curiosity, or just to bring healing. Meaning, for example, if I have something, like imagine there is like a line, right, like the timeline, and if something happened in this like point, and we go to this point to release, to heal something that had happened here, not to rewrite the experience, but just to bring some healing, to bring some realization, right? So, and when the healing happened here, it starts to affect the whole timeline, including the current time that I'm living in and the future as well. So this is a short base of the introduction to past life healing. And for the next video, I actually gonna share some of the experience that exact situation that people usually can resolve through the past life healing session.